Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to a new week. It's Monday, so I am just sitting at my desk. I have finished my coffee for the morning. It is noon, so it is no longer morning. It is 12:05. I have finished editing chapter 17, so I now have 3 chapters left to edit in this third draft of Independent Hearts plus the epilogue. I feel like I'm not counting the epilogue as part of editing because it's short and I feel like I'm fairly happy with it. So it really is getting through these last 3 chapters that is the hardest. I have 4 chapters total that I'm trying to edit today. I've told myself if I only get through 2, that's fine. I'm gonna see where I am by the time I get to the end of chapter 18. I do need to do my writing today, and I'm pretty sure I have, okay, it's just under 1,800 words. 1,799 words that I have to write in Across the Pond today. We'll see. We'll see how quickly I can get through the second chapter. It took me about an hour, little bit less, to get through chapter 17. So we'll see what time it is. I might try to get through 18 and 19 and then jump over to writing. The other thing I need to do later today, I decided to go this evening instead of this morning because it just takes up so much time if I go in the morning. I'm gonna go to Whole Foods later. Normally I would try to go in the morning. I really should be going on the weekends, but they're a little bit busier on the weekends, and I'm still not comfortable with being around like lots and lots of people. Even with the vaccine, even wearing a mask, I prefer going to shops during the week when they're not as busy. But it just, if I go in the morning, it's the time to drive there, the time to drive back. Then I've got to take a shower and get cleaned up. Even if it weren't a pandemic, like, since the pandemic, I've just gotten into a habit of if I go out and I'm in public, I come home and I change out of my clothes and I take a shower and all of that stuff. But even without that, today it's only supposed to get up to like 99 or 100. So it's not going to be that hot. But like it's 95 out there right now already. So I do think it's going to get higher than they thought it would. But like next Monday, it's supposed to be 115. It was, yesterday it was saying 111, and then this morning it's now saying 115 for next Monday and Tuesday, and I'm not ready. So yeah, when it's that hot, you have to take a shower after you get home. There's no way I could just sit down and get ready, because if that's how hot it's going to be as the high, even in the morning, it's already going to be like 100, over 100 at the time that I would normally go in the morning. So I think I'm just gonna brave the heat today and next week and go in the afternoon, because I think that just works better with my writing schedule. I start to get tired around 4 o'clock. I'm not focusing as well on writing and editing tasks, but I can still manage to like go to the grocery store. So I think that might become the plan for at least the next few weeks while I try to get caught up on stuff. Obviously morning is better because it's not as hot, but I think today especially it's not really going to make a difference because it's not going to get that hot. You know you're in Arizona when 100 degrees is not that hot. Compared to 115, 100 is actually pretty nice. So yeah, anyway, I need to stop procrastinating. I need to get back to editing. I'm going to see how long it takes me to get through. It took me a while to get through chapter 17, but that's because chapter 17 was 6,000 words. So chapter 18 is about 4,400 words. So I think I can get through, and then what's chapter 19? 19 is 33, and then 20 is 44. So I've done the longest chapter of the 4 that needed to be done today. And then the last 2 chapters aren't that long. I remember that now. But I need to shut up and get to work before I waste any more time. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work, and I will check with you guys a little bit later and give you a writing update, a writing editing update. I have finished the third draft of Independent Hearts. I've gone through the beta notes that I had made already and crossed off the ones that I feel like I've addressed as much as they needed to be addressed. Tomorrow I will write down the last bit of the beta feedback that had come in that I hadn't added to this list. So the list has gotten shorter and now it's about to get longer again. So I'll get all that added in. I think I'm gonna do one more round of developmental edits before I switch to line edits. Making progress. I've just got a little bit more, well, a lot more. There are still quite a few bigger developmental edit things that I want to fix, but some of these are more specific. So in this next edit, I'll probably still read through every chapter, but some chapters will go faster than others because I think I'm just going to kind of go from note to note, skim/read through the scenes in between each place where I need to do something, because most of these now are, I feel like this last round of developmental edits was going through and fixing things that ran throughout the whole book, and now this is more specific scenes. This has taken me longer than I thought it would today. I do have to admit that. Some of the chapters had more sections that needed to just be rewritten or written and added in. It wasn't just editing what was there. But I do feel a lot better about where it's at. It's now 3 o'clock. I've switched Scrivener over to my more London across the pond theme, because now that I know Scrivener can do this, it's like, why not? I talked about that in the last vlog if you missed it. So now I need to write about 17, well, just like I said, 1,800 words. 1,799. So we'll round up and say 1,800 words. I had originally thought I'd leave for Whole Foods that I'd stop writing around 4 and leave for Whole Foods around 4:30. That's only about an hour from now. I'm not going to get this written in an hour. So I'm going to write for an hour, see where I'm at, and if I can finish in 30 minutes or 45 minutes after that. I would like to be leaving by 5. So I'm hoping I can finish writing by like 4:45 so that I can take 15 minutes to put my shoes on and all of that stuff and then get out the door. I'm hoping going around dinner time, Whole Foods won't be that busy. That would be nice. We will see. So I need to get writing. I'm happy I've gotten this draft of the editing done. But now I'm feeling like I really do need to try to finish Across the Pond as quickly as possible, because then I can put that on pause for a bit while I start writing Rural Romance and finish editing Independent Hearts. I thought about pushing the deadlines back, but I really don't want to do that. I'd rather finish Across the Pond on time and then focus on Independent Hearts primarily until I get all of the main content edits done and I'm ready to move that to copy editing. So that's where we're at. So I'm going to start writing. I'm going to see how I get along over the next hour. I'm going to get the music turned on, get a video pulled up, and I'm going to go to London. Exhausted and brain dead, but I got it done. I got the writing done, I got the editing done, so I'm doing good. It is 20 to 5, so I'm gonna try to get my shoes and everything on really quick and try to get out the door by 5 o'clock. Made a lot of progress, and now I'm gonna run to Whole Foods. I don't want to waste time talking. I will talk to you guys later, but for now, I need to get to Whole Foods. So I've got my list, I've got my phone, got my water. I'm gonna going, and I will take you guys with me. Hi. So as you've just seen, as I didn't talk to you guys yesterday after Whole Foods, Whole Foods went fine. I found some beautiful peonies. They've all started opening up. I'm just hoping they last until Friday. That is what I'm hoping. I had a nice evening. I'm not having a very good morning. I have woken up to a very not good email from my student loan servicer. Long story short, at the moment it's telling me that my student loan payments are gonna go up by about $300 a month. My income-driven repayment plan has been processed, and that's the amount they've determined I can pay. And yeah, I can't. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So I need to log in, figure out why they're saying this, and try to find a phone number, because I don't know that it's starting in like a month is when the first payment will come. And I'm just trying not to cry, because I hope I can get it sorted out. I don't know where they're coming up with this number, so I'm hoping it's an error that we can fix. I don't know how much of my day this is going to take up. Don't know how long this is going to take to fix. Anyway, I need to find this information, and so I will check with you guys later. Hopefully I'll have good news to report, but most likely I'll just be waiting for a while. Okay. Potentially crisis averted. I've got to wait like a week to know for sure. I spoke with a very lovely lady at my loan servicer. I mean, that was a roller coaster. For a moment, I thought it was correct and I was going to have to pay that higher amount, because she was like, well, the amount you've been paying was calculated on your income from 2018, which was when I was living on what was remaining on my student loan stipend for January through the beginning of May, and then I was unemployed May through the beginning of August, and then finally the end from August to the end of the year was when I had like an actual salary. So I didn't make a lot in 2018. And so they then used 2019 to calculate my income-driven repayment plan for this year, because they go by like a couple years ago. I had made quite a bit more than in 2018. And so that just made me panic, because I'm like, even on the higher salary, like I cannot, I cannot afford the number that you guys are quoting me. Like, it just, I've been doing the math. I didn't tell her this, but I've been doing the math because I'm trying to find a way to buy a new car. And so I know how much money I have every month. There's no way I can afford for my student loan payment to quadruple. I was starting to panic. I started to cry. The first thing I told her when the call connected was, I just want you to know I'm trying to not freak out right now, and if I sound frustrated, it's not directed at you, it's at the situation. That's what I always lead off a customer service call with. If I'm in a bad mood, if I'm calling about something bad, I always let them know up front, I'm upset, but I'm not upset with you. I'm upset with the situation. So please don't take my tone personally. I just want to get this fixed. So she was like, okay, first of all, let's just breathe. We'll figure it out. It's going to be okay. Okay. It started out great. And then it sounded like the numbers were right. And so then I started to really panic. And I did start to cry, and she could hear that. She's like, okay, you know, it's going to be okay. Let me run some numbers. Let me just see what we can do. Then she said, you know, I'm looking at this, and when I calculate the numbers, it should be this number, which was actually about $15 less than I'm paying each month right now. She's like, it doesn't look like my team took into consideration your other loans with the U.S. Department of Ed. So when I run the numbers with that included, this is the payment I get to. She said, I'm putting in a request for recalculation or whatever it's called. We'll go back to the drawing board, rerun all these numbers, and issue a new statement. She's like, it can take 3 to 5 business days. So that could put us up to Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So now I'm waiting. But she said, I would not tell you I think it'll be this lower number if I didn't believe that to be true. I can't guarantee it on this call, but this is what I'm getting when I run it with your other loans factored in. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to get on with my day. She told me to just go on and have a good day. So that's what I'm going to do. Not going to panic. It'll be fine. I'm going to get to work, and I will check with you guys later. Okay, it is bang on 5 o'clock. I have taken 3 hours to write 1,900 words. Yay. But I'm almost done. I was gonna say, but it's looking good. I don't think it's looking good. I won't lie, I'm not very happy with the draft so far. I just feel like I need to finish it, and then I can focus on fixing it. I did 1,900 words today. It's just been a stressful day, you guys. It started with the student loan stuff, and then my internet went out at one point, which was fine. I was still able to work, but it was frustrating because I had a London walking tour video playing on YouTube, and I was listening to music through Epidemic Sound. So I was using the internet, even though I don't need it for Scrivener. I was using it for other stuff with writing, and so it was down for less than they said it was going to be. I finally managed to log in on my phone using cellular data, and it confirmed that there was an outage of my cable internet, but that it should be fixed by 5:30. And I'm like, oh, great. It's fine. Let's focus on writing. But then it kicked back on like just 30 minutes after it went off. So it ended up being fine, but it was still stressful. And then I've had just a really bad headache off and on. It like gets worse and then gets a little bit better, and then it gets worse again and then it gets better. Like I can just feel it kind of really ramp up in strength, and then it kind of fades more into the background a bit, and then it gets really bad again, and then it fades away. So I have no idea what's going on. It's sometimes in my sinuses, Sometimes it's kind of the back side of my head on both sides. So it's like a sinus headache and a migraine at the same time. I wanted to give up. I really did a few times today, but I stuck with it. Stuck with it, got it done. It's all good. But that's really all I've managed to get done, is write. And I posted some stuff on Instagram. And I edited the vlog. Oh, thank God I did that. I edited the vlog first thing before I did anything else. After I got off the phone and after I vlogged the update for you guys, I just edited the vlog and got that done because I really didn't want to have to deal with it. So it's edited, it's uploaded, it's done. So I can just relax for the rest of the night. Anyway, our hygge question. Sometimes I read these questions and the answer immediately comes to mind and makes me laugh so hard. Name something you look back at and think, I can't believe I was afraid of that. Two things, and they're kind of related. First, getting my ears pierced. I was terrified of piercing my ears. Most people get their ears pierced when they're children, or maybe they have parents that make them wait until they're like 16 or something. Part of me always thought maybe one day I'd get my ears pierced. I'd had friends who would say, yeah, I'd go with you, I'd hold your hand, but then no one knew a good place to go. And it's like, well, I don't want to just go anywhere. Like I want to know that like someone's recommended a place and a piercer. And so finally one day I was just talking with my friend Jenna, and she was like, oh yeah, I'll totally go with you. And I know a great place that we can go. And she was wanting to get another hole put in her ears. So we went together one day. I didn't vlog being in the studio, but I vlogged like the before and after. I vlogged it and it was hilarious because I was so scared. And I made myself so nervous. Like, I get IBS and it's stress induced. And I won't go into the gory details, but my IBS really flared that day purely from the stress of it all. I was so afraid. And then going back to the question, I can't believe I was afraid of that. As soon as she did the first hole, like, she's like walking me through it, like, this is what I'm gonna do. You're gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna count you down. And I took the deep breath and she's like, okay, 3, 2, 1. And she sticks the needle through. And like, I felt something, but the first words out of my mouth was just, oh, for F's sake. Except I said the word. I said, is that it? And so they both laughed at me. Because they knew how nervous I was. And they both laughed at me very nicely, but they laughed at me. And I was laughing at myself. And then she did the second one. And again, it was like, okay, like I feel it. It's not the best feeling in the world, but like compared to like fibro pain and stuff like that, it was nothing. So I look back and think, I can't believe I waited so long and I was so afraid. Now, if I'd gone somewhere else another time, had a different piercer, who knows, it could have been a totally different experience. But it was still just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And then related to that, also kind of related to needles, the COVID vaccine. I was so scared of getting the vaccine, purely because of the needle. Just, I'd seen like news footage of them doing the injections and just thought, oh my gosh, like they just stick the needle in. It just looks awful. I was really blowing it up in my head. And then again, same thing. I tried to watch my language because I was with my mom, but again, it's just like, I can't, like, that's it? Are you serious? Like, that's what I was afraid of, because the first dose, I did not feel. Like, it just felt like someone lightly running their nail across the top of your skin. Like, it was nothing. And so I just couldn't believe it. and was just laughing at myself. And then even the second dose, I felt it a little bit more, but it was still absolutely nothing. Anyway, let me know, what is something that you've done that you look back at and think, I can't believe I was afraid of that? I bet we can get some really fun answers to that question in the comments. Say hi in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. I hope everyone's doing well. Give the vlog a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that great stuff. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!